It gives me great honor and a privilege to introduce one of my uplines, my greatest teacher who taught me the value of patience, who demonstrated by his actions, his loyalty is his greatest strength, making him one of the greatest networkers in the world. And I watched this relationship between him and Dato Sri Vijay. I watched how he stood by Dato Sri Vijay's side for 24 years, never ever giving up on the decision they made together, never giving up on his brother. He stood by Dato Sri Vijay, fought every battle as a great warrior together by his side. And I watch him not only as my founder, but as my upline, as my brother. And tonight, are we ready for Japa? How many minutes do we need? Lovely. Japa is taking his time to get ready. Japa is taking his time to prepare himself for this unbelievable moment of his appearance. And let me tell you, he spent the most time preparing his hair. I want to tell you about Japa. He's known as the master of one-on-one. He's known as the most loyal brother and friend anyone could wish for. One of the greatest networkers I have ever met. VCon around the world. Please rise and help me welcome the one and only, our founder, our upline, Japadas Bismark. VCC 2022. Please, wherever you are in the world, rise and show your love for Japadas Bismark. Haribol Japa. Haribol Japa, thank you for joining us on your VCon, Japa. You have over 500,000 of your children, your downlines around the world. We love you, Japa. Thank you for being our pillar of integrity, loyalty, and strength. VCC 2022, I present to you my upline, Japadas Bismark. Haribol, Jabs.
Haribol, Patman. I'm very honored. And I was wondering, what planet did you come in from now?
I came from your planet, Japa, the planet called loyalty, Japa. And I wanted to raise the bar higher, so you have your Iron Man today, Japa.
Yeah, it's amazing. Anyway, I'd like to say namaste to Kolkata, India, the one I see on the screen, Jaipur, India, Jai Shri Krishna, Tirunelveli, India, Chennai, Mumbai, Kuwait. We have Dubai. Salam alaikum, Nigeria, Cochin, Cote d'Ivoire, Sri Lanka. What else do I see here? And pretty much to the rest of the world. This is so amazing that we get to communicate with each other. live from my humble little home office doing VCon. And again, I'm truly blessed. We're all truly blessed that we have this type of technology today that we could still continue our program of connecting with our brothers and sisters. Because there's really only one thing so important in life, and even to be successful, is this ability to communicate. And communication, we could use different languages, we could use any type of technology from phone, anything, but we cannot stop communicating, because our business in building relationship, which our business is really based upon relationship, it's all about keeping in touch, being engaged with each other, challenging each other in terms of our growth, our ability to continue learning. So this is really what the program is all about. So, in fact, I was just having some discussion on the side with my sister, Donna, and she was saying that, Japa, you have made changes. You and Dr. Vijay has made changes in the lives of many, many people around the world. I told her that I cannot take credit to that, because one, really, change can always begins within. I cannot change you. VCon cannot change you. There's no person outside that could actually change you, because change cannot be forced upon, cannot be forced upon. Change takes place when a person matures, when he's able to build himself, when he's able to challenge himself, to grow. So pretty much what we're doing today is we're just creating an environment wherein we could again be reminded of all the things that our parents taught us, our gurus taught us, our teachers, our mullah. So many people around us have taught us. The world is teaching us every day. The world is changing constantly. The sun rising, sun setting. It's teaching us something. But sometimes we have become so callous that we don't see this or we don't take advantage of the day-to-day learnings that we could learn from. Dato always tells me, Japa, you could learn from a rock. You could learn from a dog about loyalty. You could learn everything around you, the seasons, the changes of the seasons we could learn from. But we're just so hard-headed. We're so stubborn that we don't want to change. Meaning we don't want to adopt to the changes that's already going on. So really, there's only two things that could happen, because the world would change, and we could see this. The world has changed. We woke up after the pandemic. Oh, there's just so many things. If you're not aware, there's just so many things happening in the world, from the payments, the new money, crypto coming in, and so many other things, technology coming in. We're hearing of this metaverse, this other world out there that people go shopping, and just keeping up with it is a struggle. Keeping up with the changes is a struggle. But we have no choice. It's either you're left out, right? The world would change. You're just there. You're a bystander watching, like most 99% of the people. I would say 90% of the people in the planet, they just want to be bystander. They just want to watch. Why? Because it's difficult. To make changes within us is very difficult, because it requires discipline. It requires determination. It requires a lot of patience to change. I cannot change you. You cannot change your downline. No one could change you. Dato cannot change you. You are the only person who could change yourself. But see, this is something that you must decide upon. It's a decision that you have to make. It's a decision you have to make wherein you will have to really go deep inside and say, okay, why do I need to change? And what are the things that I need to change? And I would like to tell you a story. Okay, when I first came to Dubai in 2001, Dato sent me here. I was happily in Australia, being the resident director of Australia, beautiful beach, lovely people, nice weather. And I was thrown to go to Dubai and be the resident director of the Middle East. So I said, oh, okay, I haven't been there. So I went there. I arrived in Abu Dhabi, 1:00 in the evening. I was received by a few networkers. And as soon as I got out of the airport, I was received by this humidity. It was like 49 degrees. And it was my first time experiencing that type of heat, that type of weather. I actually wanted to turn back. But I said, no, I was tasked. I have a mission to go to the Middle East, to go to Dubai. Let me face this. So I stayed, and I would try not to go out during the day because it was so hot. Probably you would not understand what I'm talking about, because coming from a place that never experienced 49 degrees, 50 degrees, it's too much, the heat. So anyway, I stayed in this beautiful hotel. I think it's the first hotel in Dubai, the Jumeirah Beach Resort. It's a wonderful hotel. Okay, it became my home for 1 year in Dubai. And so my first day, actually second day on the hotel, I was going out. I was going to look for a vegetarian place. Where could I eat vegetarian food in Dubai? So there was this Indian guy. Okay, he was the guy opening the door and opening the car for you, calling a taxi for you. Is like a bellboy, and he was wearing this huge, this costume of Matador, the Matador costume, Batman. It's just really like double vested, very hot. It was very hot outside. He was outside most of the time, and he was opening doors, opening car doors, redirecting customers of the hotel. And what I was noticing, that he was doing it, and he was very happy. He was smiling. And in fact, I was surprised because my second day, he called me by my name. He said, oh, Mr. Bismark, how are you today? Sir, where are you going? What can I do for you? So I was like, oh, wow. Yes, I want to, is there any good vegetarian restaurant here? He said, yes, definitely. He called a cab. Oh, you go to this place. It's Kamat restaurant, something he mentioned. Go to there. He directed the cab. And I went there, and I was really very happy and surprised by the reception, despite the heat he was experiencing, or I was thinking I was just experiencing myself because I was focused on the weather. This guy doesn't seem to experience the heat of the sun. So when I got back, I was just so happy. I gave him $100 as a tip because I said, oh, I'll be here and give this guy a tip. I was so happy with him. And anyway, one of my days stay there, I saw him. He was in the lobby. He was on his break. So I invited him to have tea with me. And I got to know him. His name is Kumar. So come. So we had tea. So I told him, Kumar, tell me, what is this? How could you be so happy doing this kind of work outside? Because I was thinking of signing him up. Okay. I was thinking of signing him up. So I was saying, Kumar, come on, let's have a tea here. I have like a business proposal for you. So I said, what's your story? Why are you so happy? I was asking, why are you happy doing this? It's so hot outside. What you're wearing is so hot. So he humbly, he answered me. He said, no, Mr. Bismark, actually, just a month ago, I was one miserable Indian. I came from, Kerala. I come from Kerala. I was here and I was assigned to be outside opening door and the weather is so hot. That was like around July. And he said, I wish I could, be inside with some of my colleagues who's in an air-conditioned place. He was telling me, I was really miserable. Why? He was questioning. So he had this aura of depressed. He was depressed. And he said he was so lucky. And he was narrating me this story. Mr. Bismark, why I'm like this today is because the VP of this hotel, the vice president of this hotel, saw how miserable I was because it was showing in my face. And I was showing everybody I was miserable. I didn't realize I was showing the clients of this hotel I was miserable. So my VP sat down with me and told me, Kumar, do you know who you're representing? The VP told him, in fact, you are my face. You are the face of Jumeirah Hotel. And do you know that Jumeirah Hotel Resorts has around 700 chain of resorts, yachts, hotels, apartments around the world. And every customer that comes into that door, your face is the first one they see. He said this. The VP said, and he was narrating this to me. And he was saying, Mr. Bismark, when my VP was telling me this, I was like shrinking like this. Because I thought that my work, that my job was so meaningless. I didn't see the purpose of what I was doing. But when he was able to show me the bigger picture of what I was representing. And Mr. Bismark, he told me further that I am his face, that I am his first representative, and that the clients, the customers that are coming in and out are big business people like you, Mr. Bismark. I've met the president of Nairobi, this president, that president, they come and all of these things. He said, I have so many people offering me jobs today. And you know what else, Mr. Bismark? He told me, on a bad day, I receive $1,000 just on tips. And when I was sitting, listening to this, I said, oh my God, what has changed? His job did not change. He was doing the same job, opening doors. But he was telling me that after that 10-minute talk with his VP, the next day, he got out of his coffin. He described it. I got out of my coffin, Mr. Bismark. My job description was to open doors. What I did the next day, I went to the reception and I told the ladies there, please, give me the names of the important people in this hotel. The one in the suites and all. So he said he started memorizing names, what room they are in, stuff like this. And he started checking different restaurants, hotels, places to go to with children, with kids. He was telling me this. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, what happened? What happened? I was like, in fact, Kumar became one of my inspiration why I stayed in Dubai. He became my inspiration because I wanted to quit that time. I wanted a change of environment that would be comfortable. I thought that I could change people. I thought I could change the weather. But Kumar did not do anything of this. He did not change the weather in Dubai. That's why he remained a bellboy. And was he really a bellboy? No, I saw him now after what he described to me. He told me, Mr. Bismark, I'm not a bellboy. I am the face of Jumeirah Hotel, the chain of Jumeirah Hotels. It was like, I couldn't say anything. I was just so inspired. And in fact, this has become my story. In the early days in the company, I would narrate this story. I don't think this would be the first time my staff would hear this. I narrated this. I inspired many QNet corporate staff. I narrated this to my directors because it's such an inspiring story of Kumar. Now, there is a Kumar in every one of us. Kumar of the old Kumar, who was miserable, was not happy with his job because he was thinking it was his job, thinking it was his environment. He's thinking that if I'm in another job, I'll be better well off, this and that. And he was not willing to embrace the change. But after he has realized, after he saw a purpose, and when he began to embrace the change within himself, the world outside changed. Why did I even, at that time, I gave him more than $100 tip. Almost every time I come, I see him happy, just like helping me out with so many things. I'll give him a tip. And it was just not me. A lot of people was just giving him tip. Why? Because they see his aura of enthusiasm. It was so infectious that people voluntarily from their heart gave him what he truly deserved. But see, when he was a miserable Kumar with a long horse face, unhappy, who do you think would give him a tip? Tell me. So what changed? He changed from within. And the world outside changed because they saw, wow, look at this person. I was impressed. I was motivated. I saw this person. Hey, this person is totally different. Did the VP change Kumar? No. He just gave him a picture. The VP only showed Kumar the purpose, his purpose. And so at the V, the only thing I could do, and the rest of the V partners could do for you, is show you a bigger picture of your life, of your mission. Your mission is bigger. Your mission must be bigger than just you eating, sleeping. Your mission must just be bigger than just feeding your family. You must take your mission outside your community. You must make your mission global. If Jumeirah Resort has 700 chains of resort, QNet has more. Not resorts, but thousands of representatives around the world. And I'm seeing their faces today from Indonesia, from, India, different places in India. Each and every one of you are like the resorts of QNet. You are the pillar. You are the shelter of people that could go in and be inspired by you in all your different places. So all we could do in VCon is show you who you are, what you represent. And what you represent is very big. So when you're out there, don't just be thinking, oh, I'm just one miserable Kumar. I'm just one miserable, Indonesian. I'm just one miserable. What can I possibly do? No, don't think like this. Think big, because truly you are representing a global company. For me, they call, oh, I'm a founder, all of these things. I'm honored at the title that was given to me as the founder of the company. But yet I know, right, from the very beginning, that what makes me, the reason I'm able to influence people, the reason I'm able to stand courageous in front of many, many people, the reason I could stand courageous even on different difficult challenges that I've experienced in my life is because I know I have a team who's backing me up, who's supporting me. I have a global family around the world. And this, I need to represent. And because I need to represent this, I feel the power. More than Iron Man. And you don't need to wear this shield of Iron Man, because from inside you could be Iron Man in terms of not having a steel heart. Your heart must always be soft and merciful and compassionate, but the stillness in terms of you being strong, the strength of a steel, right, must be also, your heart could be like a steel, but yet it is soft in terms of being compassionate, but it's like an iron in terms of your determination, your strength in opposing, the different challenges that you may face in life. So, guys, this is our day one, and I would like to welcome you all to VCon. And this VCon, we all talk about change. And change is within, okay? Change needs maturity, okay? Change cannot be forced upon you. You cannot buy change. You cannot inherit change. I cannot force you to change. But see your purpose in this VCon. So I hope you take advantage. You might be in your seat. I hope you're not falling asleep. It's very difficult to give you the energy I'm having in this room I have, because I'm not in front of you, but I know you could feel my energy, my passion. And the reason I'm having this, because of all the support that you have. Sometimes I come on stage and think, oh, what could I possibly share to my brothers and sisters that they've never heard before? Nothing. But I could always share with you my passion. I could always share with you my love, my determination, and that I would remind you that you're not on this journey alone, that we're with you through all the way. So guys, thank you so much for again attending this VCon 2022 VCon, March 27. And you're going to be hearing more, I'm sure. So many speakers have already spoken. So I'll be here. Patman, are you still there, Iron Man? Hello? Am I speaking to someone? Okay, I think Iron Man is not around. So I hope you get what I'm trying to say.
Aribol Japa.
Okay, Aribol, did you fall asleep, Iron Man?
Japs?
Yeah, I'm here.
You have still 5 minutes to do your session and closing message, Japa.
Well,
you're going to see them. You're going to see them 3 more times before VCon finishes. They're going to look forward to your messages.
Mm-hmm. Well, pretty much, I think I've delivered my message. Now, whether I fall on time or not, I really don't care so much because I gave my closing message.
Understood, Japa.
So anyway, I just want to welcome everybody. Again, thank you so much, especially to all the crew in QNet, QI Tower. Again, you're doing such great service, providing us this venue for us to communicate with all the IRs international around the world. This platform is truly amazing. And I just want to thank everybody from corporate to the V, QNet, everyone who has made this possible, and to all the different countries, your leaders who've organized this, the offices, wherever you are. I know there's always challenges, yeah? And if you look at the challenges you're experiencing right now, it would not be so difficult as to some other people's challenges. And we know there's a war going on right now. So if we look at your challenges right now, it would like, oh, this is not much. I could handle it. And challenge it. Going through difficulties in life is part and parcel of life. Sometimes different situation though. And, we're very sad what's going on right now. I'm very sad with what's going on with the war. All of these things, people are dying unnecessarily. So our heart goes to them. Our prayers goes to them, to both sides. Both are victims, and we're all affected by it. We definitely hope that we would not experience such crime in our country, such things. So we pray. We take a moment to always pray. I always pray every day that this war may stop and that the world may just continue. We could all be one, united, but accept our differences. We're all different. We're all individual. I could not make you me. You're unique. I'm unique. Everyone is unique. And we just have to find that the specialty. We have to find that uniqueness within us. We don't have to be another person. You're unique in yourself, but you have to shine. You have to shine that. Tato always tells me, you have to sharpen it. And sometimes it takes someone like my upline, Dr. Vijay. It took someone like him who believed in me more than I believed in myself in the beginning, that constantly inspired me. Constantly, he's always challenging me, constantly. Sometimes I would be shooting off my emotions and stuff. The other would be there always checking me and making sure that, I hear both sides and stuff. So this is, you always look for an upline that would, we always need one. We always need a campus. Yet for us to make changes, we have to ask the first thing, okay, what should I change? Should I change my work? What should I change? My skills? What should I change? My country? My skin? No. You don't need to change anything. The only thing you could change is inside, your attitude. You could change your attitude and adopt a positive attitude of strength, humility, determination, compassion, all of the good traits that is required for you to lead people. These are the change that you need to adopt. When? Now. And that I always say, do it now. Why wait for tomorrow? Do it now. How? Just start. Because the most important thing, the only important day in your life is today. Tomorrow is not here yet. We have nothing to worry about tomorrow, what happens tomorrow. But today, I can take all these lessons from within, meditate upon it during breaks, absorb as much as I can. Every speaker has something to teach us, their experiences. Okay. Don't look at the external. Don't judge a person by what he wears, the watch he wears, or how he wears his suit, or whatever. All these are superficial. Don't judge, don't make judgment, but listen to what they have to offer, what they have to teach, because everyone has something to teach. We all have something to learn from each other. And this is the power of VCon that we have. So again, I like to, take advantage again, thanking everybody. Even while I speak, I'm learning. I'm learning from all of you, listening to different speakers that still inspire me until today. I believe I've not missed one VCon in my life the last 24, 23 years, because VCon is what we say, it's home. It's home for us. It's home for me. It's where I constantly change or make the necessary changes. So again, thank you, everybody.
Thank
Namaste.
you, Japa.
Assalamualaikum.
Haribol.
Haribol.
VCon 2022, please, wherever you are in the world, rise and show some love for the one and only Japadas Bismark. Thank you, Japa. We hope the injury on